Hello and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I am Wombadger and this is episode 3 of the series. In today's episode we're going to focus on getting our construction industry going, and in doing so that means we are going to have to build a warehouse and open storage near the border so we can import resources, because we are not going to be building all of the various fabrication industries right off the bat. We will, however, be building our gravel industry. So let's go ahead and get started with this. First thing I want to do is change production over in the warehouse. And yes, this is not the most efficient way to get vehicles for our republic. It is much more efficient just to keep building these profitable vehicles and then just purchase the vehicles that we need, but this is the way I'm wanting to do it. So it's the way I'm going to do it. Yeah. Switch it over, and our train we're going to send on his way. That way he doesn't try and export our dump trucks that we're going to need. Okay, with him on his way, let's come down. I think this is probably the best spot for it. New vehicle type available. Let's go ahead and just level this area out. This is where we're going to put in the warehouse and the open storage for importing fabrication materials. This warehouse is just going to be for electronic components and mechanical components. Oof, pricey. Okay. And then we need gravel set up. How many dump trucks we got sitting here? Just one still. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I mean, it should be going pretty quick. We're at over 50% production. And then I say that and everybody starts going home. Oh, that was a... Yeah, I'll talk about that one later. Okay. I don't want to put gravel here because there is a ton of coal on this little mountain. This is definitely, yeah, look at all that. Yep. Lots of coal there. Don't want to build there. There's a little bit of coal over here, but not enough that I would put a coal mine on, because it wouldn't produce enough to have much of a return. It would take a long time for it to pay for itself, and the investment we'd have to put in to build the coal mine, and then the infrastructure to get the workers there and the coal off the mountain. What's going on here? Are you broken? It's a chain signal. It's clear both ways. Yeah, it's just broke. Okay, that fixed it. What's your deal now? Why'd the signal break? What about you? Are you going to be broken as well? No? You're working. Okay, it's working again. I don't know why it broke. Well, that's probably why our production sucked. Okay. Gravel. Let's see here. Need a relatively flat area to throw in the gravel processor. Do we really want to make a lot of gravel? That's the question. Okay, I think I just had a better idea. And rather than just talking nonsense about it, trying to paint you a picture with crayons, I'm just going to shut up and show you. So here we go. I'm just starting to level out a nice little area for the gravel plant to go. Taking a look, seeing what trains I'll have at my disposal. Throwing in some storage for the gravel. And I also wanted to say, sorry about all that really loud clicking earlier in the audio. That's because of that I cut this video up a lot more than I otherwise would have. Made it a lot shorter because I'm still experimenting with the placement of my microphone, and it was picking up a lot of the clicking sounds that I wasn't expecting it to. That real loud clicking you were hearing, that was the mouse scroll wheel I was clicking. It was the middle mouse button. So sorry about that, and I'm gonna have to move my microphone around some more. Still trying to figure out that perfect spot for it. So right here I'm trying to throw in a bridge. I really like the look of the brick bridges, but it just wasn't working with me and the spacing on that double track. So I ended up throwing in the concrete bridge, which is a higher level bridge. You know, vehicles can go faster across it, so not a loss or anything. And it actually looks pretty good too. So we got that road all hooked up there. Rearranged some of the power lines. Letting it build up. Make sure it looks alright. Throw some of those trees back in. Gotta keep that forest dense. And then, yep, just figuring out some nice flat areas for those quarries to go in. Make sure they're all lined up nice. Look okay. Don't necessarily need that many for the processor, because they're all pretty decent quality up there, but never hurts to have more than you need. And you'll see here I'm throwing in some parking lots. I don't really, not going to be utilizing those just yet. In fact, I'll go over those more later, because I'll be implementing the use of those in a next episode or two, and I'll go over them with you then. And here again, just planning for the future there. Yep. Leveling off a nice little area there. That's where I was initially planning to put a city, but it wasn't going to work out, so I ended up putting it on the other side of the tracks. Throwing in the asphalt and concrete plant there, because I figured we could at least supply enough gravel to have those operational. And it takes a little bit of time, but eventually we do supply enough gravel for them. Yep. Right here, just throwing in a train station to load the gravel into. Even when I was putting it in, I didn't think it was a necessity, because I really doubt we'll be producing enough gravel to make it worthwhile to ship it anywhere else, but it looks okay, so I put it in there. Got the storage for the bitumen put in for the asphalt plant. Another parking lot going in. And at this point I had figured out that the area I had selected on the other side of the train tracks wasn't going to work as a good placement for the small city to provide a little bit of manpower for the gravel industry that we need. So I end up putting it here, throwing a bus stop and a few parking lots and a residential building that'll accommodate 75 workers. The 75 workers because we need 15 for asphalt, 15 for concrete, and then 45 for the gravel processor, which is cutting it pretty close, cutting it tight. But again, that narrow margin, or not even narrow, that zero margin on excess manpower for the gravel industry, that's another reason why I doubt we'll be producing enough gravel in this particular area to supply any other areas, because it'll almost never be running at 100%, if ever. So adjusted that the placement of that residential structure, because that windy road coming down the side of the mountain there was a real pain to try and put in, but eventually got it in. And then I'm gonna put this road in, and I'm gonna regret it very soon, but it works. But it's definitely something that I'm gonna have to fix in the near future. Okay, so that was about it. Everything else I cut out, you'll be able to see everything else I did. Wasn't a whole lot. Basically just got everything built up, and more to come in the next episode. So just gonna close this video out with, I don't know, a couple minutes of just trucks doing their thing. That's going to be it for this episode. This is Wombadger. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.